Hello, my name is Adam Stahl,
And I'm Bronson French.
and we're going to teach you how to solve inequalities.
Alright, so in this example I just want to do another problem of writing some compound inequalities. And again, all a compound inequality typically means is you have multiple inequalities. We just want to write it in interval notation. So again, when I think about OR, I'm going to use everything that I shade. So it says x has to be less than 5, so I'm going to put an open circle there because we don't use it. But everything less than 5 would be, well, everything to the left, all the way out to negative infinity. The other inequality says x has to be greater than 5, but again, not including 5. So that would give me everything to the right of 5, with, again, all the way out to infinity. So if I want to describe everything I have shaded using interval notation, it says we'll go from negative infinity up to, but not including, 5. And we can use this interval. Sometimes people will write the word or. Sometimes you'll see people write this symbol, this union. So it says we can go from negative infinity to 5. That takes care of everything on the left. Or it says we can kind of skip over 5. So again, I'm going to put parentheses to indicate that we don't use it, all the way up to infinity. So when we write this interval notation, it's really just a fancy way of saying use every single number works except for the number 5.
Okay, less than or equal to or greater than or equal to means you need to use a closed circle on the number line.
If it's a closed circle, use brackets in interval notation.
Less than or greater than means you need to use an open circle on the number line.
If it's an open circle, use parentheses in interval notation.
If you need to divide or multiply each side of the inequality by a negative number, you need to reverse the greater than or less than sign.
So negative 7x is less than 14, 2x is greater than negative 2.
Using infinity symbols to indicate that the solution set of an inequality is unbounded in the positive or negative direction on the number line is
interval notation.
If the symbol less than or greater than is used, you would use a blank circle on the number line.
The answer is open.
When you multiply or divide by a negative number, you would
reverse the inequality sign.
Okay, n plus 4 is greater than or equal to negative 7. First of all, you would subtract 4 from each side.
And you'd get n is greater than or equal to negative 11.
And then it is written like a bracket, negative 11, comma, infinity, parentheses.
Alright, 2 is outside of the parentheses, which is 4t plus 9 is less than or equal to 18, so you need to multiply 4t and 9 by 2.
And then you get 8t plus 18 is less than or equal to 18. You would subtract 18 from both sides.
So 8t is less than or greater to 0. So take 0 divided by 8.
And you get t is less than or equal to 0.
Written like parentheses, negative infinity sign, comma, 0, a bracket.
Negative 0.25y is greater than 2. You would divide both sides by negative 0.25.
Y is less than 8. Flip the inequality sign.
And then it is written like parentheses, negative infinity, comma, 8 parentheses. And that's all for solving inequalities.